SBR Videos is sponsored by Sports Cash System. Click on the link below for more information. Hi, welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 12 in the NFL, and right now we're talking with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. It's Monday afternoon, so we're going to preview the Thursday night game as we do every Monday with Joe Duffy. And last week, again, he did it again. 2-0 against the spread in our videos that gave the Houston pick on the over. I personally tailed that one, so thank you very much, Joe Duffy. That brings him to 20-9 against the spread in our videos this year in the NFL. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter, and we're heating up big time in college football as well.
All right, so tell us about OffshoreInsiders.com. I mean, you're doing phenomenally well in our videos. Are you doing that well at your site?
Yes, 28-16 with our Football Wise Guy plays, coming off an 8-3 week in college football. Big week this week. Of course, next week, a bunch of rivalry games. I absolutely love this time of the year, to say the least.
Tell us something negative about Offshore. Did you have any losers this week at all?
Yes, no, we did. Yesterday in the NFL, I have to admit, I did have both the Redskins and the over, so that interception in the end zone hurt me. And I did have the over last night on Sunday Night Football. Was close, but yeah, I did lose a lot of money on that Redskins interception at the end on both the side and total. I'm not perfect. Believe me, I'm not perfect.
Good. Just wanted to get a little bit of negative information so that the positive stuff that you say has a little bit more, so that people know you're not BSing. But 100% guaranteed true is 20-9 against the spread in our NFL videos this year. Very impressive, Joe Duffy. All right, Thursday night, New Orleans at Atlanta. Now, we know the deal here, right? Atlanta off the loss to Tampa Bay. Atlanta's having all kinds of problems. They can't stop the run. I'm not going to go through all the problems with Atlanta. Litany of problems. We know what the deal with them is. Saints, very impressive team this year. The defense has really made it just like night and day from the Saints defenses of the past. The Saints are a 7.5-point road favorite here, though, off the short week. The total's 53. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, this is one of the games, early in the week, I don't have either side that I'm particularly in love with. On one hand, you say the Saints, they're off of a big emotional overtime win. If there's going to be a letdown, this is going to be it. If the Falcons are ever going to dig deep, it is going to be against their hated rivals playing at home. Still, all in all, the Falcons have just been so awful. 6 of their last 7 games against the spread, they failed to cover by double digits. We tell you that margin of cover is one of the more effective statistics in seeing which teams are extremely overrated or underrated, where the odds makers are behind them. And the fact that the Falcons have not even come close to covering except once in their last 7 games. Still, the Saints are playing extremely well. It's a big number. Look, that is a huge number to be laying on the road. But while the short week generally benefits the home team as badly as the Falcons are playing, I think, the short week, they're disheartened again. I'm going to lay the points on the road. I'm not doing it. Wow. I don't love this game as much as I have some of those other picks en route to 20-9, but my official pick will be to go with the road favorite.
Really? You're going to take New Orleans minus 7.5? See, I was thinking I was leaning the other way. First of all, I have to think that New Orleans probably going to be a big public side here. In Atlanta, look, I think this is one of the situations where you have to look at this game and be like, all right, Atlanta completely sucks. But then you say, but they are still an NFL team. You know what I mean? And they're still going to field a team with a bunch of NFL players. 7.5 points on the road. Like you said, New Orleans off of a big high-profile win over San Francisco. I'm thinking this might be a little bit too many points.
Yeah, well, another one of those overstated things, a lot of people will say such and such team quits. Teams do not quit in the NFL. Maybe in Week 16 there will be some teams that'll mail it in. But what makes this different than other also-rans where, most of the other also-rans, each and every year in the NFL, they have a bunch of players who are really fighting for roster spots. On the Jacksonville Jaguars, for example, or on the Tampa Bay, which beat Atlanta last week, they don't have a bunch of guys that are guaranteed they're going to be in the NFL next year. Meanwhile, the Falcons, still some of their top-of-the-line players are guaranteed to be in the NFL next year. Matt Ryan needs to turn it around. One of the things that does scare me, both the Falcons and Saints are much better at home than they are on the road, and the Saints are hitting the road. So again, am I madly in love with this pick? Absolutely not. But as poorly as the Falcons have been playing, I just think the wind will get out of their sail and the Saints will pull it out late, probably in the third quarter. A lot of people are going to wish they had Atlanta. but I do think that the Saints will pull this game out late, both spread-wise and straight up.
All right, well, it's a very interesting handicapping situation, a tough spot, but one of the benefits of you being 20-9 is that even if you lose this one, you'll still be 20-10 against the spread in our videos, which is awesome. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com taking the Saints -7.5 on Thursday night. Thanks, Joe.